it comes from creating the boundaries.
Right.
I feel like once we did that, we've made what we need to make to be happy and be free. So I think when you can start saying no to the things to say no to and yes to your family and the things that are important to you, it just works.
First 3 years in business, I never had office hours. Ever. I just it never even crossed my mind to have office hours.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, the property manager walked up to me. Well, I thought I owed it to everyone to take their call, to take meetings 24/7 because I was the owner.
Yep.
I thought that's what it was.
Yep.
And to my team, like anyone who needed me at any point in time, it is my responsibility and I need to be there. And a property manager walked up one day and like was talking to me, and I think I was just like, man, I was talking to this client at 2 a.m. and then a tenant at 4 a.m. and like blah blah, and I was like kind of like out of it a little bit. I hadn't slept in a couple days, and I'm like, man, we're it's all good, no problem, like we're getting after it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey man, did you ever think about like having office hours? And I was just like, huh. And then like that day I went like emailed our web person, was like Monday through Friday, like 9 to 5. Uh-huh. And then we found out our phone system could like put up a voice message at 5 o'clock saying that we're closed and we really appreciate, here's an emergency line, here's like all that. And then I was just like,
transformed a lot.
Holy cow, you can have office hours as a business. And it was insane, but it was 3 years in business when I learned that.
Well, you're just trying to make it all work. I mean, you can be taught all the things, right? But you have to figure some things out as you go.
Right.
I mean, because not everything works for everyone.
Right.
So I mentioned money a lot, right? About making money, but money is the tool to get you to freedom,
right,
which is what you want.
Right.
So, I mean, sometimes you got to work through those things to be able to get to the end goal.
It's necessary to make money and to have a healthy, profitable company, but that is not at all what drives me, and it doesn't sound like it's what drives you either. Mm-hmm. There are plenty of people that are driven by money, but those typically tend to not be people in my circle. It's just like there are people that want to accomplish and want to make an impact and want to make a difference, and that leads to a large amount of money if you do it right and you're willing to put the work in to do it, but the money was never the initial goal. Mm-hmm. Talking about freedom, you have said that freedom isn't found, it's built. Mm-hmm. What does freedom look like today versus 5 years ago?
So freedom for me is to not have to answer a call. I take the calls now, which I didn't used to before, which is kind of crazy. You would think like you take the calls but you have freedom. Yeah, because I create the boundaries around that. Mm-hmm. In the business that I'm in, very much different than what you're doing, what you do, but the business that I'm in, I like taking those calls. I like helping those people. That's something that makes me feel successful and to help them be successful. Freedom is being able to create those boundaries for myself, which I did not before. I didn't even know I could, and that wasn't freedom. I thought owning a business was freedom. That is not freedom.
Yeah.
That is not freedom. In fact, we tend to create a prison for ourselves. So being able to create boundaries has given me all the freedom.
That's awesome. Yeah. What is next for you?
So I'm starting to build this Let's Talk Business group, and it's evolving, and I love it. And my oldest is working with me. I love that so much, and she's really enjoying it. So I think just right now with I created these boundaries for myself. I have money coming in. That's not even an issue for me anymore, which is kind of crazy to say because before it was, So I'm just, I'm trying to figure out this Let's Talk Business thing. I'm really excited about doing the mastermind piece of it. And it's not super expensive because it's not about the money. It's about bringing value to people and having them also bring value.
Right.
And so we'll see what that turns out to be, but I'm excited about that.
And you guys are still buying real estate?
We are. Corey's flipping land, and
awesome.
We do that on the road, and he loves it.
And Corey's an appraisal?
He's an appraiser.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Residential or commercial, both?
Residential.
Okay, cool.
And he would like to be more flexible with that, so does kind of tie him to home a lot.
Got it.
But probably the last couple months, he's been able to be like, okay, we bought a lake house, which is one of our bucket list things.
Sweet.
And so now he's able to say, okay, I'll work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll go to the lake. I'll go work at the lake. So that's something we did not have before.
Yeah.
And honestly, it comes from creating the boundaries.
Right.
I feel like once we did that, we've made what we need to make to be happy and be free. So I think when you can start saying no to the things to say no to and yes to your family and the things that are important to you, it just works.
Why do you think some people never see the writing on the wall of creating boundaries? Like, I'm genuinely
Fear.
trying to think through it. Like, is
Fear.
it fear that they're going to lose money or lose
Fear.
business, that they have to do it
100%
all?
Fear. Yes.
And once they realize they can put a system or a process or a team in place to do it where they don't have to, and it's actually going to help them grow and not fail.
Failure
That's what
is,
they have to get over.
failure is always the fear.